Hey, I want to welcome you back to this Wednesday extra of 5 Minutes with KeRusso. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. It'll be a little bit more than 5 minutes today, but I'm trusting that God can use this to just make you realize or feel it was worthwhile. Why do we have this channel? Why are Whitney and I partnering in this ministry, and why have other people given time? Why do you come check out this channel? Has it made a difference in 2020? Will it make a difference in 2021? I believe we are making a difference, and I'm hoping and praying that the difference grows, that the impact grows. You can help us with this if you are so compelled to do so. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to join us in this. See, this channel is meant to reach out to people from all walks of life in different situations. And we use on Friday multiple people, male, female, different ethnic groups, hopefully different nationalities at some point. We're trying to reflect what the kingdom of God really is like. And people who are coming from a lot of different life stories that have been painful for them. They've had struggles. Well, why are we doing all this? Why are people opening up their lives and sharing different things with you? Because we're trying to let people know that God is still relevant. There's not a lot of bells and whistles that go with this channel. Just people talking with you and just mainly opening up a book. It's not a bell and whistle, but it sure is an awesome book, an important book. What we're trying to do is this. On Fridays, there are people sharing stories and verses from the Bible, just very personal information where they want you to see how God is relevant to them, so that hopefully you can understand how God can be relevant to you and is relevant. You might be somebody who's given up on God, maybe somebody who's never believed in God. You might hear one of those little 5-minute videos or watch one of them, and something touches your heart because of what that person is sharing. And you may find that even though there's no bells and whistles, that opens up a door for you into a new life, a better life than what you've ever experienced before. You might be grateful for that person being on that video that day. So I hope if that's you, that you will watch these videos and listen to these people. And if you know other people who are questioning God or even his relevance, even his existence, that you'll encourage them to watch the videos and give it an open mind, a fair hearing, and see what God does. It's between you and God. I'm trusting God is able to reach you if you'll come to him with an open heart and mind and give him that fair hearing. It could be that you are a believer in God already and a disciple of Jesus, and you're just frustrated because you're not able to meet with other people that you've been meeting with in the past, can't meet with your church, not able to be a light to people that you want to be a light to. Well, these videos, both on Friday and the ones we do on Monday, are opportunities for you not only to grow yourself, but invite people into Bible studies and journeys through the Bible and discover together what there is to discover. What I have been doing on Mondays is not only I've been walking with you through the books of the Bible like John and the first part of Genesis and Leviticus and now in Philippians. I'm not trying to teach you what's in there as much as I'm trying to show you and equip you with tools so that you can read it for yourself and have your own discoveries and learn what's in there so that the Bible becomes an exciting book for you. Well, you can take that journey with a whole group of people, no limit on how many people you can do that with. And walk through John together. Walk through those first 11, 12 chapters of Genesis together, or that book of Leviticus. It doesn't matter that I've done those months ago. You still go back and read them, watch them. But that's a way for you in this world that we live in now, with all the new realities, it's a way for you to be a witness. You just have to reach out to people and call them and say, hey, let's do something together. Let's watch some videos together and then talk about them. And let's see what God can do in our lives. It's a way for you to be a light and to be involved in kingdom work and not to be sidelined by this pandemic. So that's it. Now, these videos don't cost you anything. They're free. And they're not copyrighted. You can use them any way you want to. Whitney and I want you to use them any way you want to. Now, all the people who are sharing these posts, they would love for you to share what they put out there with as many people as you want to. In this way, we can all be witnesses for God and proclaim a message that's worth proclaiming. Now, I want to share a little verse with you that's in Philippians, this letter that we're walking through right now. But think about what you see happening in this world, the nation you live in, whichever one it happens to be, the neighborhood you live in. What do you see happening with people you pass on the street or in the supermarket or that you see on the news? There's a lot of anger and frustration and fear and hatred and a lot of dark emotions and thinking that are dominating people's days. In this letter of Philippians, Paul wrote this little verse. He says, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. There are different sources that influence us, that impact the way we think, which in turn impacts the way we go through our day and kind of shapes our day. A lot of dark stuff out there, isn't there? Well, this Bible doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles, and this channel doesn't have any bells and whistles. Nothing fancy about it whatsoever. But it is an avenue to draw you into God, into His Word, so that you can think about things that are more positive, more uplifting, more encouraging, and let those things dominate your day. Let them shape what your day is like. Fill your mind with other thoughts, different kinds of thoughts than what tends to be on display around us. Okay? This little channel can help you with that and can help you pass that on to other people. So I'm just kind of promoting this channel right now and saying, let it be something that's a tool for you. That's what we want it to be. If it is, then God be praised, God be glorified. Now, I want to switch just a little bit and share a few more thoughts with you here. If you'll give me a few more minutes of your time. How do we get this name 5 Minutes with KeRusso? I've explained this one time. 5 minutes, obviously, because the Monday and Friday posts are all 5-minute blocks. This Wednesday Extra always runs a little bit longer. Gives us a little bit of time to spend more time with each other, more time thinking about God. But that's where the 5 minutes comes from. But what about KeRusso? Well, KeRusso is a pen name that I used when I wrote a couple of books. It's a Greek word, and it means I proclaim. Sharing with you, everybody on this channel is sharing with you something about God. They're proclaiming a message to you about God that's important. That can help shape your day. And if you pass those along, then you also become KeRusso because you're proclaiming something as well. And that's pretty cool. Anybody can be KeRusso. Anybody can proclaim the good news about God. You can do that just like I am. These books that I wrote, they can be avenues for you also to think about these things that are praiseworthy and admirable and pure and true. Just remind you about them because they can be a blessing for you and for somebody else. The first one is, will God speak? When God speaks, will you hear? It's a collection of stories contemporary stories of people I actually know, and stories from the Bible that are told in a way that might be refreshing, that might help you see people in the Bible in ways that you never thought about it before. Those stories are important to know because it reveals to you that God is working, has been working in people's lives, and He still is. And they also can be a reminder to you that you have your own story that God is helping you write. He's speaking to you, and I hope you have ears to hear Him. Maybe those stories will help you do that. Be blessed if it does, and I hope you will. The other book is Leviticus Alive, Your God May Be Too Small. I like that little subtitle there because even people who believe in God, sometimes we have such a small view of God that we don't understand Him the way we need to. So this book of Leviticus in the Bible is a book we don't read very often. But it is one where God has written things that are so timely and relevant for us. If you get that book that I wrote, Leviticus Alive, it can help you understand the real book, Leviticus in the Bible, the original. It'll be a blessing to you. And words like holiness might be more than words. It might become a way of life for you. And you might be able to help other people learn how to live holy lives. Those are just two books that are there, that are available for you if you want to get hold of them. You can get them on Barnes & Noble or Amazon. There's a website that you can go to, www.booksbykerusso.wordpress.com. It has some more information about the books and even some reviews tell you, where people can tell you how the book impacted their life, either one of them. They're different prices. Leviticus book is in paperback and e-version. The other one, When God Speaks Will You Hear, is in hardback. That's obviously more expensive, but the e-version is fairly inexpensive, just a few bucks. Again, they're just ways that we're trying to share with you so that you can have your own connection with God. You can grow with God. 2021 may be better than 2020. It may not be. It may be just as difficult. In fact, if you think about it, life is just difficult on this earth. But there's a God who's calling us to Him, who's calling you to Him so that you can experience life with Him. And no matter what's happening, you can go through it all in a different way and live a higher life that blesses you and everyone around you. And that's ultimately why we do this channel, why those books were written. I hope you'll be blessed by it. Help us pass the word around people this next year so that this impact this channel has increases. Let it have a ripple effect and spread out from you to somebody else and from them to somebody else. May God be glorified. May your life be blessed. May you experience the life God has called you to experience, that He created you to experience. Not the life that the world wants to hand us. We have a lot more to look forward to than just what's been handed out to us by the world and the influences and the powers that be. Thank you. Be blessed. And I hope you recognize your blessings and enjoy them.